children and their devices. You want to talk to the people at all?
Sorry, I was texting my friend. Hi! my friend. We were playing Roblox, and then I came here, and now I'm going back because we need to get the boss chest.
No.
So, that's my update.
Whoosh! Totally over my head.
Oh my god!
What?
It's freaking 4:45.
Yeah.
PM.
4:45. I finished late. Well, I finished late today. So anyway, lads, hope you're all
and
well.
I'm still in my pajamas.
Welcome to this week's
busy.
B.U.M. Abby had no school today. She had a day off today. Yay!
That's why I've been playing Roblox and
all
talking to
day.
my friend. And talking to, literally non-stop talking to my friend like all day. And when I wasn't talking to my friend, I was playing Roblox.
And when you were talking to your friend, you were playing Roblox.
Yeah, so basically.
See the phone and the laptop going at the exact same time.
My phone's on call with my friend, and then like on Messenger with my friend, and then my laptop is playing Roblox, and I'm talking to her through the mic in the headset, talking to her, not even listening to the game music, listening to her. Oh,
sorry, you were sitting on my keys.
Did you just pinch my bum?
No, you were sitting. It was my keys. You were sitting on my keys, and they were digging into my leg.
Oh.
So anyway, lads, how has everybody been? Have you been busy modelling? Have you been doing no modelling?
Well, we'll never know.
Or have you just been watching YouTube videos like me?
And me! I'm
nearly,
playing Roblox.
Nearly finished on Larry's leopard.
Yes, nice.
And there it is down there. Looking good, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes. You'll all see down again in a few seconds.
Just a sec.
Nearly finished. It's just one or two tiny little bits just to finish off, and that'll be it then for the leopard. So stay tuned to the channel for the final update on that. That should be up in the next day or two. I'll be probably finishing it off this evening. I'm going to sort of go through my old stands, bases, because I'm not going to be making a base for it. It'll just purely be put onto the base just for the final reveal part of it.
I think my shirt's on that.
Still deciding what. Did you just fart on my leg? Yes, you did. She did that again last week, didn't she?
No, I did. I swear it was. It has to be new. It doesn't smell like mine.
No, it doesn't smell. I know the smell of my ones.
I do.
So anyway, lads.
It doesn't smell flat.
Yeah.
Flatty bum bum.
When I finish off with this, I'll be starting on the my jet.
Since I keep mentioning the word friend, I'm just going to say her name. Shout out to you, Susanna.
Yeah, shout out to Susanna. Hello, Susanna.
I don't know if she sometimes she watches us, I don't know.
No, yeah. Actually, you're there, so why would she?
I'm telling her.
So, when I'm finished on the leopard, I'll be starting on the phantom. So, I should be starting that later on in the week. Stay tuned to the channel as well, because I'll be doing an unboxing. That's going to be fun, seeing as if you know my unboxings, I'm really technical with all the parts, knowing every single nut and bolt. Not. So you can imagine what I'm going to be like on jets. They're the wings.
I spelled shout out wrong.
I know what wings are. I know.
I spelled shout out wrong.
The main body is called the fuselage.
I spelled shout out wrong. I said stout out.
Yeah.
She knows what I mean.
The cockpit is another bit I remember. But apart from that, it'd be a case of
wheels.
Just wheels. Yep, I know what wheels look like.
Cabin.
No, it's called a cockpit in an airplane.
Oh. No, like different, there's like the drivers. Like that's the cockpit, and then like the rest of it is like the cabin.
Where the passengers go.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a fighter jet.
Oh. There won't be any passengers. The gun.
No passengers.
The gun.
Well, it's a fighter jet. It's not a World War.
Cannon.
No.
Cannon.
Rockets and bombs. Rockets and bombs.
Bum.
And there's loads of them.
Bum.
There's loads of them. I'm going to have real fun with the decals. The decals are going to take me about a week alone, because the amount of decals that are there for it. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the challenge of getting it done. I'm not promising anything, as in the way, don't go looking at it as a tutorial on how to do jets. This is my first venture into jet aircraft. I've done a couple of World War II fighters, alright, but when it comes into jets, never done one. Never done. Even as a kid. Yep, never done them. Even as a kid, I never did one. So this will be my first ever jet.
Hello?
And as people said to me, said, your first time going in to do a jet, and you're going to do a Phantom.
2 seconds.
That's something too.
Oh.
Typical. So anyway, let's get down to the bench while Abby's busy. I can bar her from the room while I'm doing the update on the Larry's leopard. So let's get onto the bench and we'll see where I've been what I've been doing. Okay, so here we are down at the bench, and as you can see, I am almost, but not quite finished. I just have a couple of little bits of tidying up to do. I don't really have any more processes to go through. I'm quite happy with how everything is. Just one or two areas I want to just work on a little bit. The wood on the tools there, I'm not really happy with them. I just play around with them another little bit until I get them a little bit better. Everything else is grand. What I did was I gave it a black wash, some dry brushing, slight bit of a pin wash, dry brushing. I gave it 3 different dry brushings. I gave it one dry brushing with, believe it or not, I used field grey, which, as we know, is a light green. It was just a slightly lighter green than the green that was on it, and it kind of just highlighted one or two little places. I also gave it a dry brush with buff that lightens off some areas again. The buff really works nice for dry brushing, I find. Gives it kind of that dusty-ish look. And a dry brushing with black, again just to highlight some areas. I also used the field grey just to, on the paintbrush, rather than say dry brushing but actual painting on, just a couple of little things, on all the nuts, on the wheels. No, it didn't really make a major difference, but it lightened them off that little bit, just to make them, stick out that little bit more than what they were. Sometimes the slightest little bit of paint can make a major difference. If you'd seen those nuts now before I did that to them, well, we get a look at them there, and you could actually see the nuts and the bolts, should I say, on the wheels. Just the slightest little tip touch off the paint with them, and it really made the difference, because they were just kind of dark, dull patches, whereas now they're just that little bit better. And as you can see, where the pin washing kind of came in, those areas like along here, they just stick out that little bit better. Okay. That's about as much as I've done to it. For a finish now, I'm going to give it an overspray with the buff. Right? Now what that is really is just kind of a dust coat. Another one of Andy's hobby headquarters little tricks. He did the old black and white technique. I learned that from him. And another one then is sort of at a distance, good old distance like that. A good 6-8 inches. Just a light dusting with the buff, and it lightens off everything, helps to blend everything together, and it gives it a kind of a slight dust coating to it, rather than using, say, pigments for it. Sometimes I find with the pigments, especially if you don't use a pigment fixer, every time you touch it, you end up with the pigments all over your hand, and then they do leave you leave fingerprints and things behind in the pigments. There are loads of different things you can do, but I don't want to, sort of like I said, I don't want to overly weather it in any way, shape or form. I just want to make it look used, but not abused, you know. Sort of wear and tear and normal operational dust and wear. I'm happy with that. So I'm happy, really happy with how it came out. If you look at it there from the top, you can see the different tones in the green, and by using the dry brushing then it just made things sort of stick out that little bit better. Pin washes around panels made them sort of, and I keep trying to avoid the use of the word pop, but it does, unfortunately. It's the only kind of word suitable for them. But I'm happy with how everything came out. Really am. Lovely little kit, really nice. And like I said, I'm almost finished. Just touch up in one or two little areas as I spot them, and then for a finish, then I'll give it the old dust coating with the buff, and that'll be it. So stay tuned to the channel, because in the next day or two the video will be up. The final video on this will be up, and you know how I got to this stage. So all that's left now is to go back up to myself and Abby, and we can finish off this week's B.U.M. So I'll allow her back into the room. I've barred from the room because she just won't shut up. As you all know, once she starts talking, it takes a lot to get her to stop, and she doesn't always sort of stick to the topic at hand. She kind of typical 9-year-old little girl sort of mind is like that, constantly changing to different things. So if I can sort of track her down to the one thing, we can maybe get the B.U.M finished without too much drama, shall we say. So back to myself and Abby, we can finish off this week's B.U.M. Okay, so we're back. I got Abby back. So anyway, lads, as you see, or should I say, as you saw, I'm almost finished there with the leopard, and I'm really chuffed with how it came out. Beautiful kit, beautiful fit. Well, as you expect from a Tamiya kit anyway. Everything fits and everything works nicely. Even though it's an old one, it really is. It stacks up there with some of the modern kits, and it's down to how you paint it and detail it. I mean, I'd put that up beside one of the modern main kits any day, and I can guarantee you, unless you're an expert, you won't spot that it was an older kit. It's literally down to how you finished them off, and I enjoy that part. I enjoy the build, I enjoy the painting of it, and I enjoy the measuring of it. Some people say, "Oh, you seem to only like the painting and the weathering." No, I actually enjoy the build. I kind of try and drag it out as much as I can. What the hell are you up to? Are you telling everybody to F off?
No, look. What letter is this?
Z?
You don't know anything. It was a W.
The W?
Yeah.
That'd be more like a W, wouldn't it?
Oh, well, I did like. I can't remember how I did it.
Didn't look like a W anyway.
No, it was a sideways W.
A sideways
W.
Sideways W would be like an E.
It was how a sideways W would be an E?
I don't know. Anyway, let's.
It would be an M, an upside down, not
W.
sideways.
So
oh, it would be one of those brackets that are like that, like the brackets like all that, like that.
Yeah, the curvy brackets.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, let's. It's time now for this week's Bombproof and B.U.M chocolate. Abby's doing the chocolate, as soon as she snatched it straight away.
It's like the colour of this.
Yeah, and it's your favourite, isn't it?
No.
Well, it's one of your favourites.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do like this one. The thing is, I like this one as well.
There's two things in it.
I know, there's 2 bars.
They're both mine.
I know. Do you know that you do a red one with a red wrapper as well?
I know, dark chocolate. Ew.
Daddy's favourite one. So,
Bounty!
a Bounty bar is this week's B.U.M chocolate.
Tropical.
And there's 2 of them inside it, and they definitely look like B.U.M chocolate. If we put them down, okay. That is being crude. Am I being crude and rude? Beaten to death with the
I'm
bounty
about to
bar.
pick that up, but you didn't do it yet. My turn.
And Abby's going to do the fruit as well. This week's Bombproof is...
Tangerine.
That's not a
It's a
tangerine.
very big tangerine.
An orange.
It's a tangerine.
Very good
Tangerine.
fruit. Plenty of vitamin C. You definitely need it in the winter time because there isn't very much sunlight
like
there.
orange.
Although today wasn't actually. Today started off, there was frost everywhere.
No, it's fine.
Everything was white, nice blanket of white. Not snow, but frost.
Look, it's a basketball.
Ice in the cars and everything. But
Look,
as
it's
it
a
cleared,
basketball.
today was very, 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 very nice.
It's a basketball.
It was the warmest day we've had in a while.
It's a basketball.
Plus there was no wind there as well and no rain. You're gonna if that bounces now off that.
Oh,
Do you know what I'm
God.
gonna do? I'm gonna bounce it off you. There's a threat. I don't make threats. I make promises, and that it.
Do you want a basketball to the face?
Is that elderly abuse? Would that be classed as elderly abuse, lads? It would, wouldn't it?
You're not that old.
More than you.
No. I'm 176.
Oh well, you're older than me then, so I can do some elderly abuse.
You're still elderly. I still can hit you.
So-
I'm kidding. Love you.
You love me, don't you? So anyway, lads,
I'm kidding.
that's
I do.
it for this week's Bum. Don't forget to give us a like, thumbs up,
Hit the bell.
or a thumbs down. If you want to give a thumbs down, then give a thumbs down. But if
We're
you
not
do,
forcing you to.
if you do give a thumbs down, okay, then there's
Oh God, not this rant again.
there's one or two people out there that do kind of regularly give me the old thumbs down, but they never leave a comment as to why. So if you do leave a thumbs down and you don't like it, just let me know why. Simple
We
as
can
that.
improve.
I don't care, to be honest with you, but it would be nice to know.
How we can improve.
Yeah, how I can improve. Exactly. You know, I'm not. If you're watching my videos to see how things are done perfectly and as tutorials and all that kind of stuff, no.
I saw your video from like 2015.
But as a
And it
as
was
a
quiet.
family friendly model building,
Family friendly because I'm
Channel.
here. Family
I
friendly
think
because I'm here.
that's what I'm going for. I'm going for sort of the hobby side of it rather than the you know, I wouldn't say professional side
Shout
of it,
out.
but you know, people that do things and they take them really, really seriously. They really, you know, try to use all the products that are out there, aftermarket and all that. There's plenty of channels out there if that's what you want, okay? But don't go, watching my channel to get that type of content. Content isn't there and then give a thumbs down. That's really rubbish. It's not the channel to look at, okay, lads? So, but if you want to give me a thumbs down,
Tell
by all
me
means,
why.
you know, do, but let me know why. Okay, so that's my little rant over. You happy with that, Habs? I didn't go too much, did I? Thumbs down to that, anyway. So anyway, lads, that's it for this week.
Do you want a basketball to the face?
Don't forget to join us during the week join me, during the week for the final update on the Larry's Leopard.
Hit the bell, 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 hit the bell,
the unboxing
hit the bell,
of
hit the bell, 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 hit the bell,
Phantom
hit the bell, hit the bell. I'm on the bell now, you can hit me. Hit the bell, 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 hit.
I'd be done for child abuse. But anyway,
Hit the bell,
lads,
hit the bell, hit the
we'll
bell,
catch you
hit
next
the bell,
week.
hit
Stay
the bell.
safe. Enjoy your
Subscribe.
modelling. Wow, really there.
No,
didn't
subscribe if you haven't already, and if you have, thank you, we appreciate
I do
it.
appreciate it.
Hit the bell.
Yeah, that will notify you of any upcoming
Bums
videos.
and other videos.
Yes. And
Snappy. Why is there blue dots?
what's most important?
To go out, buy yourself a kit, build it, and enjoy it.
Yeah, that's what's most
Because
important.
it's a hobby
And enjoy
and-
it. It's there to be enjoyed. It's not.
And you don't have, as I say every week, you don't have to be a modeler to watch this. You can just watch me for the craziness.
There's plenty of that.
If you want just craziness.
Plenty of that. So anyway, lads, we'll catch you next week. Stay safe.
If you want just
enjoy your
craziness, go
modelling.
to the bums.
Be nice to one another. Enjoy your modelling, and we'll catch you next week. Stay safe.
And, well, I'll catch you next week. You'll catch her, like, tomorrow or something.
Bye.
Bye, Bounty.
Bounty.
Bye, Bounty.
Bye, Bounty.